All right. G'day everyone. Well, there's probably no one there right this second, so we'll hold off for a second. I'll try and find this live. There we are. All right, few people on. G'day everyone, how are ya? Let me jump over into YouTube Studio. Monitor the stream from over there. You can't really set this this sort of stuff up before you start the live, unfortunately. So just have to bear with me. Live control room. Can you hear the baby crying in the background? All right. Save. So, if you guys are here, smash that like button for me. Get the viewers and the likes to be nice and even. All right, wooden things and stuff. Mike first. People who do that are so stupid. You had to be one of those people, didn't you, mate? Kyla, how you doing? Justin, how you doing, man? Steelwood, what's up, mate? Good to have you here. Eric, how you doing, man? Scott is driving at the moment. He'll be on in a little bit. That's just not good enough, Kyla. It just really isn't. Mike, how are you, mate? How you doing? Finally caught one, Mike. It's been a while, hasn't it? I know you've been trying to catch these lives, but we haven't had much luck teeing up the right time, have we? So, what's everyone been up to? How's your week been? It's been a week. We did this last Saturday, so in an effort for complete disclosure, last Saturday was probably the last time I was in the shop. I worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so that writes that off for me. Thursday I was ruined because I worked nights and then I stayed up all day. Also having some serious car troubles at the moment. So I spent Thursday, Friday sort of dealing with that stuff among some other things. Had to go get a COVID test yesterday. And now we're at Saturday again, and then I got tomorrow off and then back to work. So I haven't had any shop time. Literally, this board is still sitting here from when I showed you last week. It's actually already sold too. I've not even finished it yet, and it's already sold. So I need to get that sorted. The coasters are still sitting here as well that I showed you last week. So yeah, on my end, I have not been up to I've been up to editing. I tell a lie. I spent, when was that? That would have been Saturday night after the live, actually. I spent about 10 hours editing. It was a big mission. My computer is really struggling to keep up with the demand because my videos are normally around 200 gig of footage per video that I've got to edit through, put special effects on, and just, keyframing and all that sort of stuff. It makes the computer work really, really hard. So my computer's not enjoying that at the moment at all. It's really struggling. It's an old computer, so it takes a lot longer than it should. But in saying that, I spent that time editing my 100th project. So my Patreons have just gained access to that. They've seen it. If you want early access, head on over, check out the Patreon page because it's there. But otherwise, it's I don't know, it'll probably be next week sometime that I put that video out. Let me check in here. What's up, Dreadnought? How are you, man? Hopefully not the Jeep. Yes, the Jeep is causing me drama, but the Pathfinder is also causing me drama. So they're both, it's a hassle with both. So I got back from my holiday and the Jeep was dead, completely flat battery. So got that jumped and sorted out. The headlight was then dead. and there was a leak from the radiator, which really infuriates me. So I ordered new headlights. I put those in. I think I've fixed the leak in the radiator. It was really, really small. So I think I've managed to sort that out. I had the battery on charge overnight, but it didn't really charge it. So it's back running now. But it also wants an oil change, which I don't know why it's telling me it needs an oil change, because it's still like 5,000 Ks until it's due for a service. But anyway, then I had my other car serviced, and it's just been making an awful noise since it got serviced. And I took it back yesterday, and they're telling me I'm up for like $2.5 grand to change the bloody fan and fan assembly, and it's just not a... It's raining. Sorry, it just started raining again. We're back to that. We've had a few days of sunlight. But yeah, so not having much luck with the cars at all. At all. Kyla, lockdown schooling is shit. I actually want to homeschool Dexter. I really do. Popped in for some lunch and fell over the live. I've been in the shed playing with old motors. Lovely, mate. Lovely. Timonius, how are you, man? Good to see ya. Mike, I put out my first video today using DaVinci as the editor and YouTube music archive for the tunes. Oh, look out, Mike. I have not been on YouTube. I've got a ton of stuff to check out. I very rigorously follow a channel called The Outfit. Like I watch their videos normally within seconds of it coming out. But they put one out yesterday and I just didn't have the time to watch it. So I've got to go and catch up with that today. So Mike, I will check out your video after I'm done there, man. Eric, it's a Jeep thing. The Jeep's been pretty good, man. It has actually been really good. This is the first lot of issues I've had with it. And I feel like if I had someone driving it while I was away, none of this shit would have happened. So, oh well, it is what it is. DaVinci's a hassle, but it'll be good. YouTube music is going to be a huge game changer. Why is DaVinci a hassle, Mike? I know it's a lot to learn. It is a lot to learn. And I used to jump between the two. So I'd open DaVinci, I'd do like a little segment, like a minute segment if I wanted to do like some special effects or something. And then I'd export that and throw it into iMovie and finish my edit there. And then I'd just do like, I progressed over like the space of a couple of months and did a little bit more in DaVinci, a little bit more. Then I started watching YouTubers whose channels are based around using DaVinci, learned some more, and now I love it. So what are you having a hassle with? Then the YouTube music is absolutely killer, isn't it? I used to get my music from Audio Library, and I'm actually learning that I think Audio Library get their music from the YouTube music. So Timonius, that's good that you're good, man. Steel wood, I've always had less problems with Toyotas. Yes, but the problem with Toyotas, you need to sell a kidney, well, 2 kidneys, maybe 4 kidneys to get one. Like, yeah. I did have a look at a couple of Land Cruisers before I bought the Jeep. And, like, don't get me wrong, COVID tax on Jeep Wranglers is phenomenal at the moment. It's absolutely ridiculous. But, like, there were Land Cruisers out there that were, like, over 20 years old with 300,000 Ks on them. And they want, like, near on 40 grand for that. And that's just insane. It's just, yeah, it was not... I feel like Toyotas are overrated personally, and I'll probably get shot for saying that, but I do feel like Land Cruisers are overrated, and Hiluxes. Hopefully my emails made it to you. Hope all's been good. Back at work till next week, but then got to get in the shed and work on this new order I got, my biggest yet, so that will be fun. Justin, yes, I did get an email from you, mate. I haven't, like, I'm sorry, I have not posted your package out yet. It is on my list of things to bag up and get sorted today, though. What's your order, man? What order are you working on? And challenging might start videos as well. Nice, nice. Okay, lockdown schooling and not being able to walk properly, and kids just missing their friends and school in general. And ADHD little people need normal routine. This school. Yeah, it must be pretty crazy, Kyla. It must be pretty crazy. Just because I don't know where all the functions are yet, need to actually find where things are instead of just knowing. Once I'm past that learning curve, it'll be great. It's clearly a better system. Yeah, that is, I agree with you, man. That's the hardest part. It actually took me quite a while to figure out how to just import media into it. So, but once you get your head around that, as I said, I highly recommend subscribing to Billy Ribka. Is probably like the number one I would suggest. Billy Ribka, go through his content, man. Like, go way back and go through his content. You will learn an absolute ton from watching his videos. Got my 2008 Hilux two-wheel drive for $12,000. Yeah, but that's a two-wheel drive, man. No, I need four-wheel drive. I need four-wheel drive. That's why I bought the Jeep. Otherwise, I would have just bought like a little city run-around car. But no, I need the four-wheel drive. And because of COVID lockdown, everyone's just like, especially within WA, because there's so much, I mean, there is in other states too, but WA is so big and there's so much you can do and see within the state. No one's allowed holiday anymore, so everyone's bought four-wheel drives and they're just cruising around. So that made four-wheel drive prices just skyrocket. Daryl, I love Da Vinci. Yeah, man, Da Vinci is good. It is really good. I love it. I will buy the full studio version eventually. One would be okay, two is a no from me. Roughly 30 pens, all personalized with personalized boxes. That's all good, take your time, no rush here. Just glad it made it to you. Wow, 30 pens, that's good. A good order, man. Nice one. Nice one. That'll be good fun to make those. I was actually thinking that the other day, that pen, yeah, I find pens a little bit stressful sometimes, but they can be fun as well. Casey Ferris is a great resource. I know that name, Daryl. I feel like I may have watched one or two of his videos. Not 100% sure, but the name's familiar. CEO and COO of Carbatec both own Jeeps. True. Are they four-wheel drive enthusiasts, are they? Camping enthusiasts, I should say. That's more, yeah, I always think of camping when I think of Jeeps. I'm not sure who the COO is, though. He just released a video on making fully customizable, reusable templates using nodes in Fusion. Right. I will definitely have to watch that, Daryl, for sure. Because that's one of my biggest time sucks, is going into Fusion each video and having to rebuild everything in Fusion from scratch. Especially if I want to use the same effect and I haven't like used it for a while. I normally will forget how I built it and I'll have to go back through YouTube, find the video, relearn how to build it, then go back and rebuild it. So that is handy. I will definitely have to check him out. What was his name? Ferris, Casey Ferris. He's huge, isn't he? You have to watch that one. Yeah, well, COO. Oh yes, I know a COO is Chief Operating Officer. I just don't know who the Chief Operating Officer of Carbatec is. Think like animated lower thirds. Yeah, righto. Yeah, they are for Christmas presents, so have a little bit of time, but Christmas is sneaking up and we'll be here in no time. I enjoy pens. They are what I started with, but I'm going to expand soon. Yeah, man, Christmas is going to be here in the blink of an eye. So don't let that order get on top of you, that's for sure. Yeah, I didn't start with pens. I was turning for a while before I started, before I did my first pen. But no, they are good fun. I will send you a link. Thanks, man. Yeah, flick us a link, and that way if I do happen to forget his name, I'll have the link there. He's a boss with Fusion. Yeah, I like Billy Ribka's stuff because it's it's really easy to understand, I guess. It's not too in-depth, so. Brendan? Oh, I thought Brendan was CEO. I didn't know. Yeah, I thought Brendan was the CEO, not the COO. Right. You guys are using editing terms I didn't even know. Pretty simplistic videos. Oh, Mike, so did I, man. So did I. Especially when I was with iMovie. I didn't really do anything. But you learn this stuff. Well, that's actually why I downloaded DaVinci Resolve, was because I wanted to do cloning, they call it, basically, where you've got two of you on the screen at once. And you can do it in iMovie, but it looks super shit. Like, it just looks terrible. It's a really basic program. So I started Googling for, you know, decent editing software that you could do cloning in, and it was free, because that was a major part. And yeah, came across Resolve. So it was because I wanted to expand on my editing capabilities that I actually came across it. And I just prefer it so much better. It allows me to export such high quality as well. So like I can go up to I think it's 2160 on YouTube. So above the 1080 setting, 4K I assume it is. I'm still trying to learn all those terms. But yeah. Simon is CEO. Ah, right. Yeah, I know that name. Never met him though. I've met Brendan. If you aren't learning nodes in Fusion, you are really missing the boat. That's super true. I know Fusion scares a lot of people in DaVinci Resolve, but that's where like most of the power of DaVinci Resolve is. So yeah. Yeah, I remember when we met, I came in looking for a mandrel and chuck for my lathe and other stuff. You mentioned you were going to get into it. So glad I walked in that day because I found this channel. Yeah, man, I remember that. Yeah, I hadn't even got into it at that point, but it wasn't long after that I started turning pens. Well, I bought the gear to do it. So, Mike, what the shit is Fusion? So like 1, 2, 3, I think like the 4th tab, you know, when you open DaVinci Resolve, go into your project, and it's like the 4th tab along the bottom. So you've got like where you import your media, you got your cut screen, you've got your edit screen, and then you've got, I think, Fusion, Fairlight, and then export or something. But Fusion there, it allows you to like, I don't really know how to explain it, like build. So I use Fusion for all my special effects. So, you know, when like I have the Instagram and Facebook logos flying across the screen, or I have stuff pop up, Fusion is all through my intro. You know, when my clips in my intro, when they change, they're a little bit offset, and you can see the J&D letters in each one. That's all done in Fusion. What else do I use Fusion for? If you've seen my videos where I've got I have the phone and the hologram pops up, that's all done in Fusion, built and executed in Fusion. It just, it allows you to do special effects. You can add in all sorts of stuff to your clips. It's really, really cool. I find his content really easy to digest. Yeah, I'll have to check it out, man. Yeah, once I get a sec, I will definitely check it out. Brett, how you doing, man? Hi from Sydney. You must be locked up over there, I'm assuming. The J-Flem. Jared, how are you, man? Hope you and the family are good. Yes, the family is quite good. We're cruising along, man. I hope you're doing well. How are you surviving over in Brisbane? I hear Queensland's starting to get into a bit of trouble. Automation, animation, and macros. What is macros, Daryl? I have no idea. And yeah, you can build animation in it too, which I have not got into at all. I need a way more powerful computer to be able to do that sort of stuff, I think. Have you tried the SP beer we spoke about a while back? South Pacific. No, I haven't, man. I haven't. I'll tell you the truth though, this is like the first carton of beer I've bought since I've been back. So I just went for the Old Faithful. I haven't tried it yet. So that's where I'd make cool stuff. Certainly is, Mike. That is exactly where you will make cool stuff. Got to run. Have a great day. Yeah, Mike. Catch you later, man. Enjoy. Matt, how you doing, man? Good to see you back. Yeah, it's going pretty well. Pretty well. Couple of days off, so that is good. I believe, apart from like Justin, I know Justin's in WA, but everyone else is on the East Coast. So you're on like beer o'clock already. So who's having a beer? I'm sneaking one in before beer o'clock. It's a little bit early, I'm not gonna lie. But what's everyone drinking? Just southeast Queensland, still all good up here. Oh, righto. So yeah, it's slowly taken over the whole East Coast, really, isn't it? Brett, yeah, mate, in lockdown, I'm a builder, so I was working in the hotspots, so no work for me. Ah, shit, man. That sucks, eh? Sorry to hear that, mate. I'm quite lucky with my job that even when we go into lockdown, it's essential work, so I don't get put out at all. But it's pretty bad over there, so being at home's probably the safest place for you, man. Ron, hey mate, just a quick question. I'm looking at a new table saw. Is your Carbatec a true cabinet saw with the saw attached to the cabinet, or a hybrid with the assembly fixed to the tabletop? That's a very good question. Give me a second, I'll have a look. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I need an Allen key for that. Something's ringing. All right. 2 seconds, guys. I'm just trying to answer Ron's question for him. So, Ron, it appears to actually be connected to both, mainly the tabletop, but there is a connection. I don't know if you'll be able to see. So it's mainly the tabletop up there, but there is a connection over here where it appears to be connected to the cabinet there. But yeah, all of that side looks like it's attached to the tabletop. So I hope that answers your question for you, mate. I will just do this bolt back up and I'll be right back with this. Right. Oh, what are we doing? We just jumped through here. Lost my spot. Maybe we should talk about woodworking and get off the content creator stuff that pisses people off who don't make videos. Haha. What's your favorite wood to turn? Guessing it's not she oak. Ah, mate, we're all good here. I'm sure people are loving talking about content creation. Yeah, she oak's probably my favorite wood to turn. Why would you say it's not? I feel like I've said that before. But no, I think, yeah, in terms of being able to be creative and have like fairly well guaranteed nice cut, it's just it's a nice timber to turn, and it cuts really easily. When you move over to like Jarrah, it depends. Young Jarrah cuts really nicely, but there's some really old brittle stuff that the entire cut just feels like end grain, which is just awful. So no, I would say she oak is probably my favorite one to turn so far that I've turned. Eric, got a bourbon. Awesome, mate. Cheers. Trying to break the hangover. Oh, Matt. I had a couple hangovers in Darwin, but that aside, I haven't been severely hungover for quite a long time, and I don't miss it. I don't miss it. Hard maple. I've never turned hard maple before. I need to get out and do some welding. No beer yet. Oh, the beers could make the welding interesting. Ron, truck driver, work never stops. Yeah, that's good, mate. That's good. There's definitely could be in a lot worse situations. There's a lot of people out of work at the moment. We have cases in Brisbane, but they're all in quarantine. Well, that's good that they're all caught up. That's good. I brought the Carbatec benchtop jointer last weekend. Looking forward to using it. That's awesome, Brett. That's awesome. Did you check out my review on it? I've got mine just down there, under the lathe over there. Great little machine, man. Absolutely awesome little machine. Black walnut for me. Mike, I would love to turn some black walnut, man. I'd love to just work with black walnut. It looks so good. Steel wood. It's a true table saw. Not hybrid. There you go, mate. Yeah, true cabinet saw. Someone is calling to tell you. I use my wife's laptop, so I'm pretty sure that was her getting the phone call then. I'm tossing up between the Carbatec, a Hafco, and the Sherwood from TimberCon. Well, I can't speak to the quality of the Hafco and the Sherwood because I haven't used them. What I can say, Carbatec wise, you're pretty well guaranteed parts for a long time. I'm not sure where you're based, but I know the knowledge in the Perth store is absolutely phenomenal. Like you can go in there and talk to most of the boys have been there a long time. They know their machines. So when it comes to servicing and parts and that sort of stuff, you're really well covered there. I don't know, the Hafco ones I've always I don't know if it's true or not, but always just seem like the lower grade to me. They're obviously cheaper. But yeah, it's up to personal preference, man. I really like my Carbatec one. I really do. So it isn't connected to the top. Oh, really? It looks like it is bolted up there. Come on, everyone, give this man a thumbs up. Yes, champions, what do we got? We got 11 concurrent viewers and 8 likes. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, smash that like button for me. Thumb up. Thanks, Ron. You were complaining about how dusty the Sherwood was. Yeah. Funny you say that, actually, Mike, because that is the first time I've had so much dust come off Sherwood. Normally it's not that bad at all, it's all chips. And I actually thought maybe my chisels were a little bit blunt, but I freshly sharpened them. And yeah, there was a lot of dust in that outer section. Once I got it fairly well round and started shaping the bowl, it did change a bit. But that particular piece I've had in this shed for about 2 years. And I just assume it was super, super dry. But I've never had that much dust come off Sherwood before. Normally, it's still cut really nice though. It's still really nice to cut. What do you recommend for first MIDI lathe? Well, Brett, it depends what your budget is. Let me know what your budget is, and I'll tell you what I recommend. Cheers, Ron. I've only turned sassafras to date. That was really nice for my first turn. Oh, nice. I haven't turned that before. So I can't comment on that. It's good fun trying out different timbers though. I must say I did actually enjoy, now that I think about it, I really enjoyed turning camphor laurel because not only is the color absolutely nuts once you cut into it, but the smell, I know a lot of people hate it. It gives a lot of people headaches because it's so potent, but the smell, I love it. And it made my workshop just smell so good for weeks. Like it was awesome. I do enjoy working with camphor just for that fact that it does make the shop smell so good. Wanted to start small at first, see if I like it. Yeah, mate, great review. We'll use that. Melb. 500. Can you all get Nova? Yeah, Daryl, we can get Nova, but not in that price range, not under 500 bucks. If 500 bucks is your price range, just to see if you like it, I would recommend I can't think of, hang on, let me jump on Carbatec's website. Their MIDI one, it's about, I think it's $3.99. That's what I started with. So if you go back through my earlier videos, you'll see my small lathe. It looks a bit different now. It's completely blue, whereas from memory, I think mine was blue and white. Yeah, mine had the white base on it, I think. But same model, runs the same. It's just a different color now. It's just all solid blue. Carbatec's website is so hard to use. It comes up with the most random results when you search stuff, eh? So the WLB440H is the Carbatec Economy MIDI lathe, $399. Wicked machine, really basic though, no electronic variable speed or anything. You've got to change the belt to change the speed. Not much weight, like it's heavy for its size, but there's not much weight to it. So if you do move on to turning bigger things, you do need to strap it down or bolt it down. But you can get bed extensions for that. You can get stands for that. I just had it set up actually on this bench here before I modified this bench. That used to be what I lived on. Yeah, you can get that bed extension. So you can get up to like over, I think it's like 1100 like between centers or something insane. So that's within your price range. But if you can spare a little bit extra, as Daryl mentioned before, Nova, because with the Carbatec range, Carbatec sell the Nova chucks, so you're going to need inserts and all of that to make your chucks work. Oh, see, that's gone up now as well. The Comet 2 is really, really good. So it's a similar size. You've got a little bit more overbed clearance than the Carbatec MIDI, but it's double the price. It's $1,049, so more than double the price, but it's full electronic variable speed. So if you are going to stick with just turning little things for, you know, the whole time that you're turning, you would never need to upgrade from that Nova, which is the TK. The code is TK Comet-DR if you want to check it out on the website. But yeah, you can flick me a message if you want, man, and I can generate you some codes that take you straight to it. They are affiliate links, but I'm happy to sort those out if you want to check them out. Yeah, campus smells tops. Yeah, it does. By the way, no one escapes this rabbit hole. WLB44H, yeah, that's the one. 419. Is that 419? I've got it on the Carbatec website for $399. I wish we could send each other blanks without it costing a fortune. Would love to trade you some walnut, maple and cherry for some Aussie woods. Yeah, man, that would be wicked if we could trade out some timbers. That would be awesome. I'd love to get my hands on some American timbers. We have walnut come through through Carbatec here every now and again, and you can buy it, but it's normally not turning blanks. It's like board, yeah, they're already done up into like fucking boards and shit, so no live edge or anything. But it's super, super expensive just to purchase here. I'm guessing that's got to do with the shipping costs for the companies to get it in. Hello mate, first time on your live. Can you tell me if white mahogany is in fact stringy bark? Joe, how you doing, man? Glad to have you on. I cannot answer that. I do not know. Chili, just the man. I was just thinking. Perhaps Chili can answer your question, Joe. White mahogany, is it stringy bark? He knows a bit more about timber than I do. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Okay, Sydney Tools a little bit more. Yeah, Sydney Tools will probably put a markup on it. They buy it direct from Carbatec. So, Chili, good to see you, man. How you doing? What's the Laguna 1216 go for? I will find out for you, Mike. Laguna 1216. Oh, well, that's another option. The Laguna. I haven't looked at this range yet. But yeah, the Laguna range. Is this the one you've got, Mike? Do you have the 1216? It goes for $1,929. You can get the bed extension for it as well for $339. You can get the light mounting bracket for 20 bucks and the outboard turning expansion set for $299. I have you on the computer now with a keyboard and mouse. Wicked, man. Wicked. What's up, Chili Man? Better sound too. Awesome. Custom Creations have 3-inch thick American walnut turning blanks available. Do you really? Well, is that listed on your website or what, man? I have a guy on Facebook. I brought some pen blanks off, like 50 blanks sent over for 120 AU. So that's better or the same as buy blanks here for completely different wood. In saying that, 50 blanks for 120 bucks. That's pretty damn good, actually. You normally buy, well, what are they? Sets of 5 for like 20 bucks at Carbatec. That's not a bad price at all. The small Laguna lathe is amazing. I haven't had the privilege of trying it out. Would love bigger slabs, but yeah, it would cost a fortune. Laguna 1216 is what I'm looking at, but coming in September. Yeah, righto. Yeah, I haven't really spent any time in Carbatec since the Laguna range was officially released in Perth anyway. I've had a look at a couple of their machines, but that's when I've just ducked in. But yeah, that's interesting. It's very expensive for a MIDI, but in saying that, it looks huge. Like it looks like it's certainly on. Oh, I suppose. Oh, am I looking at a full kitted up one? Yeah, I think I'm looking. So that. That's the CE model, it says. It looks fully kitted out with everything that I'm looking at there for 1,900 bucks. Would love biggest, read that. I'm going to grab the Hafco mini lathe. WL14V has electronic variable speed control, bed extension available, etc. and runs 650. That sounds like a good option, actually, Ron. And I was looking at... yeah, because I want to actually be able to run a lathe out of my car. So I was looking at buying a MIDI because I sold mine stupidly. Didn't think I'd need it again, and then come up with this idea. But yeah, so I was looking at that, the Hafco one, purely for the fact that it has electronic variable speed. Yeah, so I might buy myself one of those as well, Ron, very soon. Because I reckon it'll be a good option for what I want to progress to in the future. I'm not going to sell this thing though. I'm keeping this one, so don't stress. Yeah, I went with Laguna when I upgraded my crappy little one, but it was like $1,200 Canadian, including the outboard extension, and our money is close to yours in terms of exchange. Yeah, I find that, I think there must be like some sort of machinery tax or something that happens in Australia, because even when I was at Maker Central in 2019, I looked at one of these, the Pro Edge, and they go for $1,000, just under $1,000, like $999 or something insane in Australia. But the exact same kit at Maker Central was like £340, which, you know, even if you do that at a rough double sort of conversion rate, that brings it in at like $700, which is still a huge amount of difference. So I'm guessing that there's some sort of importing tax must just bump the prices up on machinery. First image of Laguna lathe is a little misleading. It shows it with all the accessories. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Steelwood. So does that come with all the accessories, or like is that a version with the accessories for 1,900? Maybe the 1,900 comes with the stand. I passed on the stand because it was another 500 or something. Yeah, it could be that. Steelwood would be best to answer that, I reckon. The little Hafco does have variable speed. Looks nice. Yeah, I think that's one market Carbatec could jump into there, I think, is like a MIDI with variable speed at a reasonable price. Like if they brought out a Carbatec version, you know, they've got that one there without it for $399. So if they brought out one for $599 that had variable speed, a Carbatec brand one, I think that would be a good seller. Because electronic variable speed you just like, you can't even put a price on it, to be honest. Like when I upgraded to this, which has it, it was just phenomenal. Like a huge difference. Huge difference. All right, guys, we're sitting at 13 viewers and 10 likes. So if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, smash that for us. Living the dream, guys. I'm loving 3 of my favorite YouTubers are here right now. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. We're all coming together. We should actually, we're going to have to tee up. I don't know how to do it. I might talk to Daryl a bit more and we'll tee up how to all do like a crossover live, I reckon. It'll be sick. The new keyboard can't spell properly. The second image shows what it comes with. All right, let's have a look. I didn't actually open it. I just had a look at it. And oh, so that's 1900, not including the stand or anything. Let me have a read. Stand and other accessories available separately. There you go, Mike. So it's $1,929 for just, oh, let's we've got to change some angles here to get you in closer, but just for that, that's what you get with it. Here, Mike, just go to carbatec.com.au and you can check out all of our pricing. But that's all you get, no stand or anything. The Laguna style, I'd love the Laguna, the Laguna drum sander, but she runs a bit pricey as well. I've tried to hit it twice. What did you try to hit, Daryl? I could not deal with not having a speed dial now that I've used one. Yeah, Mike, 100%, 100%. And that's why I wouldn't even really consider getting the Carbatec MIDI for running it out of my car now, because I've got the electronic variable speed on that and I just no way I would go back. It's invaluable to turning. Gotcha. You're trying to hit the like button. I hit it 2 times. Custom creations, if you hit it twice, that'll probably unlike it, mate. We're even though. Oh no, someone just jumped on and changed it. We had 15 and 15, now we're on 16. Oh no, we're back now, 15 and 15. Awesome. Damn, that's a harsh price. I paid $9.99 Canadian for base model. Yeah, man, so it's an extra grand on top. What's the exchange rate? Let's have a look. Wow, so you paid $9.99. So 999 Canadian dollars at the moment equates to 1,081. So if they want 1,929, so that's basically, Mike, you paying $1,781 for the base model. So it's like what, 800 bucks more, 800 bucks more than what you spent. That's a huge chunk, that is. Brutal. There has been a price rise already for Laguna. Wasn't that store wide, like a COVID price rise or something? I keep forgetting about the lag between video and chat. Yeah, sorry man, there is, I think we've got like a 20-second lag or something. I've used the little Laguna many times, it's okay, but I like the Nova and Jet better. Yeah, we don't have access to Jet anymore as far as I'm aware. I know Carbatec stopped retailing it. I'm not sure if anyone else, I don't think anyone else in Australia does Jet. But I haven't used the Nova, but yeah. I brought it a year ago. I think it's maybe $12.70 now, but still, even if it's $12.50 now, man, like that's still a $500 difference. That's huge. But I reckon that'll have something to do with like import taxes or something. I reckon. Who knows? I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. Did you know the cost of the steel that goes into machines has gone up from $2,000 to $6,000 by now? Wow, no, I didn't know that. Everything has had a COVID price rise. Mate, Simonius, it certainly bloody has. Like, it is absolutely phenomenal. Like, it blows me away. I spent so long looking at Jeeps and I watched the COVID tax just continue to increase to the point now where you look at like a 2008, 2009 Wrangler and there's some clowns out there who have got like 50 grand on them. Like, it's just nuts. Daryl's got like 20 jet lathes. Daryl's got like, he's like, I envy his shop so much. He's got all of the goodies, all of them. Steel wood. Do you own a bandsaw? Yes, I do, mate. I have. Oh, it's been a while since I bought this. Carbatec BS. Oh, is it like the 3452H, I think? It's the high capacity 2 horsepower 14 inch. I think it's the 3452H. I bought the last one, I think, the last one they had at the Perth store before they stopped doing them. They don't do them in the 2 horsepower anymore. They only do them in the 3 horsepower, which is all good and well, but it's like a 15 amp plug, which if you rent like I do, you can't really muck around with that. Well, I could, but I'm not going to. It's not my house. So, also Australian design and electrical safety, also maybe an afternoon. Recycled wooden things. How you doing, man? Maybe a little Rikon is worth looking at. It was the other one I was considering when I bought the Laguna. Yeah, I think you can get Rikon through Beyond Tools, I think. I haven't seen Rikon anywhere else, actually, apart from Beyond Tools. I think that is per ton. Wow, just not our pay packets. Yeah, our pay packets aren't going up at all, Timonius, but everything else is. I was only having this discussion yesterday about how we just get absolutely taxed on everything, like 2 and 3 times. Like, it's just ridiculous. Check the pinball pricing. Most machines doubled in price over the last 12 months. Pinball pricing? Like what? Pinball machines? Or I don't have any jet lathes, just saying. No, you don't have any jet lathes, but you got all the Nova lathes. And what's your big yellow one? Is that like a Woodfast? Is it Woodfast? I don't know. What's your big yellow one? What brand's that? It's a Powermatic. Powermatic. Is that what it is? Yes, X. Why did I go with H? It's X3452. I got the numbers right. C, shame about the 2 horsepower model. It is, man. I think the 2 horsepower model, like, the reason I got it was because, yeah, it just plugs straight in at home. Like, I think it's definitely a shame they got rid of it. But it's the same as this lathe. Like, that there, I cannot understand why they stopped stocking it, because it leaves a huge gap in their range. Like, for a reasonably priced full-size lathe, all you've got really now is the Lagunas. A few Novas, if they still got them, but yeah. Sorry, I meant like 20 Nova lathes. Powermatic, yeah, Powermatic. That's what, I don't even know. What's the Wood Whisperer? He's sponsored by Powermatic, isn't he? His shop's full of Powermatic stuff. Apart from resin and turning, what woodworking do you do? I do whatever I can, man. Like, I don't really categorize myself, and I just teach myself how to do stuff. So, like, I've made tables, chopping boards, all sorts of stuff. Like, yeah. I started out as a turner. That's what kicked it all off. But, yeah, we do anything and everything, really. I just, like, come up with a cool idea. I've got a stack. I don't know. I can't zoom on the GoPro. But there's a stack of timber, like, all at the back there behind that stand that is, like, all for tables. So I'm going to be making a few tables. Apart from, yeah, well, I mean, that sort of is included in the resin, really, isn't it? But I've tried like doing the dovetail boxes and that before. It's quite tedious work, which sometimes I enjoy. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes I don't. So yellow could be Powermatic. Yeah, yellow's Powermatic. Sales figures, it was hard to sell. The bandsaw was hard to sell, or the lathe was hard to sell? Because that lathe back there, I've had like, since I bought that, I've had about 4 or 5 people sort of be like, where can I get that? So, and that's just me from a small channel. Like, there must be people out there who want them. Dreadnought, I started off as a box and furniture maker. I recently came around to turning. Mate, you're gifted with turning though. You turn some absolutely wicked stuff. Like, I'm truly envious of your skills with turning. They are really, really good. All right, guys, much to Mike's disgust, if he's still here, I gotta duck off and get another beer because I don't have room yet in here for a beer fridge. I'll be back in a second. Oh, got a comment. I'll read that when I get back. All right. I told my missus I want to build a coffin. Chilly man. Chilly man. I've done that. I've built my own coffin. It was nothing flash because it was supposed to be set on fire. But I have done that. I got some weird looks driving through town with a coffin out the back of my ute though. Mike, doing my first resin project next. I bought 5 litres of resin and I've got a hankering to pour it. Just got to make a few molds. What are you making, man? What's your first resin project going to be? The lathe was hard to sell. Yeah, fair enough. I still think it was a wicked bloody... I just think it was at a wicked price point for value, for money. People were interested in the lathe, but then would often go for something else. Yeah, right. The CO finish looks amazing on the last piece, Daryl, and the color is awesome. Is that the purple one, or has there been another piece that I've missed out on since then? Nova discontinued their 20-inch model for the same reason. Yeah, Daryl's better, and he has the right to be if he's just recently got into turning. Oh, Mike, you got away with words, man. And it left a huge hole in their line also. Yeah. I see space behind the lathe that a beer fridge could fit into. No, there is no space behind the lathe that a beer fridge could fit into. I've got my GoPro plugged in, but like there's just wall there, man. I barely get my tripod behind there, eh? And there's not enough room down the side there. The only conceivable place would be like here. But this, once I move that timber, this is like a thoroughfare for me to walk through and for me to move around if I'm cutting circles and that, and well, whatever, shapes on the bandsaw. I need to be able to have this open to walk through there. So, and that's just my little junk corner over there. That's for stuff that doesn't really have a home. It needs to live there. So there's not any room in here. I keep saying this, but people don't believe me. I need to throw this on silent too, I forgot. The pink one. I haven't seen the pink one yet, man. Yeah, people who demonstrate that lathe at shows loved it. It just wasn't a good seller. Yeah, right. I think first resin project will just be a serving tray with a live edge chunk of alder and maybe some coasters. Sounds like a good project, man. Are you just using melamine for the mold? Daryl, cheers man, I will check them out. They did just come through. That looks wicked, man. That looks so good. Huh. That is bloody awesome. You make killer stuff, dude. That is lovely. Wow. If you guys don't follow Dreadnought Woodshop already, you need to get over there and check it out. On Instagram as well, because he posts up some cool stuff there too. There's oodles of space in your workshop. There is not. There is not. I need space to move and to move big slabs around and that as well. That's why your phone was dinging, yeah. No, I am pretty crammed at the moment. I don't like having to dig stuff out to use it, and that's why I hate having that up there, my thicknesser up there, and my jointer down there. I don't like that. I like to have stuff set up so that I can just use it when I need it. Because like that jointer, I reckon I would use that a hell of a lot more. I literally will go, yeah, I should use that, but then I've got to pull it out and set it up. Super impatient. I think MDF and packing tape for the mold. Wait, I have some scrap melamine. Ooh. Yeah, see, I've never done the old melamine and tape one. I've just, MDF and tape. I've always gone melamine and mold release. Even when I started, I didn't even use mold release. I just used melamine. And sometimes it went well, sometimes it didn't. But no, melamine and mold release is my go-to for just about all my molds. I'm about to fill my workshop further with a 15-inch thicknesser, still to get my new bandsaw too. Fuck, I would love a 15-inch thicknesser. That is awesome. Chili, under a wing on your table saw. Well, it could only really go under this wing, and that's where the dust extraction is. I've been thinking about building like a cabinet for under here, because like I've got some stuff. Well, I've got like my blades and stuff that I put on this side, but yeah, I was thinking a little cabinet under here to put like the dust extraction thing that I rarely use in, the big hose here in, and some other bits and pieces like the tools and that to change over blades and stuff. But then the dust extraction for the saw's there. And I don't use like SketchUp or anything, so I'd have to really sort of sit down and work it all out. But I'm eventually going to put a cabinet under there, I think, because I'm also running out of my power, like my power tool storage here on this side of my outfeed table has filled up as well. So that room is already spoken for. I've been working on shop organization. It's an epic ongoing battle. It's flat out, man. The struggle is real. It certainly is. Speaking of mold release, there are so many kinds. Are they all the same? Do you have a brand you like? Yes, I have a brand that I specifically use. Give me a second. I'll go to the distributor's website and I will find out for you. Because I can never, heaps of people ask me this. Oh, well, that's a fail on their website, isn't it? Mold release. I assume it's all the same. And to be honest, I've heard people use like olive oil, beeswax, stuff like that to line it. Personally, I use Man Release, so M-A-N-N, Release 200. I'll get it and show you. That one there is the one that I use. Never had an issue with it, apart from the fact that it's getting more and more expensive. But yeah, find it really good. It interacts quite well with the resin too. It keeps the swirls moving and that sort of thing. I know people who actually use it to pop bubbles instead of heat as well. They spray it on the top of the resin to break that surface tension. But yeah, that's the one that I use. And that retails for 28 bucks now. When I first started buying that, it was $17, I think. And yeah, now it's 28 bucks. I was going to use custom wax as a mold release. Yeah, I reckon that'd, well, there you go. Yeah, that does work. I've done that. Yeah, there's no reason you couldn't use custom wax as well. Most definitely. Don't want to waste it. It's like liquid gold. You know what, Mike? I'm going to try that next time. If you don't want to try it, I will try it and see if it works. Maybe use the solid one and then you can just wipe it over. Or the liquid. Yeah, you could use either. I'll try them both. Another use for custom wax. Yes, there is no limit. No limit, man, to these uses, eh? It's really quite good. I used it to polish up pens too, because last time I turned a pen, I didn't even know about custom grit, so, or custom wax. And I've used them to finish up some pens recently, and it worked really well. Really, really well. So, what's everyone working on at the moment? What do you got? What's today? Saturday. What do you got planned for your weekends? What's happening? It started raining here now. I've got to have a look outside, but I've got a feeling this rain will be set in. Let's have a look at the weather. I've got a feeling this rain will be set in now for the remainder of the day, I reckon. Yeah, it looks that way. Oh, all through tomorrow as well. So yeah, we're back to, apparently we're raining till Thursday now. Well, that's interesting. I won't be changing my oil in my car then. Dreadnought, I haven't made a pen in so long. Neither had I, man. It had been ages. But I recently had a store start stocking some of my stuff. I posted up yesterday about it. And they said that they were super interested in more pens. So I turned a bunch more for that. Already sold one, which is great. So I've got 3 to take down to them. I started off with 8. That's how like impatient I was getting. And shit was just breaking. Which absolutely, that's what I hate about turning pens. You get them like nice and thin and start to get that perfect shape, and then the resin will get too hot, so it just like turns soft and tears off the tube, and then it's just wrecked. There's no coming back from that. I will never not use custom grit on a pen now that I have. Yeah, man. There's so much like that I use. Well, there was one pen that the timber was super just punky. Like it was awful timber, but it's actually turned out to be my favorite. But I used some hard shellac just to stiffen all the grain up and then went on to polish it with the custom grit. So it just might be more color experiments, maybe teal or yellow. Yeah, so with that, Daryl, with that pink form, did you use custom grit to polish that? Or did you use Triple E, the enemy? Was going for a fish today, but plans are stuffed up. Going metal detecting tomorrow with my lad chasing the gold. That's wicked, man. That's awesome. Congrats, bro. It was so nice to see you getting out there. Yeah, man. No, it was cool. I've had a lot of that stock sort of in my collection for a while too, like some bigger stuff that I'm not too keen on posting out. I was really hoping someone local would buy it because they're like charcuterie boards that are like over 1 meter long and stuff. So I'm really hoping that that'll, yeah, just bring a bit more exposure, possibly some more people to the channel if they like that sort of stuff. But yeah, I mean, I've got my business cards and that in the store, but mainly just to move those products on because I need more money for more tools. I did a pen this week, just sent you a pic. Yeah, that was a nice pen, Custom Creations. I saw that one. I'm hopefully finishing my lathe tool cabinet this week and then digging into my box of epoxy. Lovely, Mike, lovely. Just make sure with the epoxy, man, I don't know what your temperatures are like over there at the moment, but make sure your shop is like, you know, a good temperature set. Yeah, that can really affect the set time. I know in winter here, like it takes days and days longer to cure resin than it normally would. The Goldfields Burl, you talking about that one selling? I got that one, haha. And if the wood comes off the tube, you can cast it in resin to turn into a hybrid. Yes, the Goldfields Burl one, mate. That is on its way to you. Yeah, so I have kept the ones that broke to cast in resin, but it wasn't timber. It was already like acrylic blank, so it'll look a bit weird, but that's all right. I will get around to it. It's just a matter of finding the time. Shellax will be on its way to you in the coming weeks. Oh, look out. Where did you find that awesome name? Custom Creations. Tell us, what is shellax? Recycled wooden things. Lockdown number 6. Rain. I'm building a dog kennel for a friend. Was meant to be in Tasmania for work this weekend, but got turned away at the dock on Thursday night. Ah, right. That's a bummer, man. I'm super keen. I'm hoping to go to Tassie for my 30th. So I am super keen, like starting to plan it all now. Yeah, I want to move to Tassie, really. I would absolutely love to move to Tassie, but I don't think there's much work there. Unfortunately, that's what I need to do tonight, and maybe tomorrow is apply for some jobs. I used custom grit over lacquer on the bowl I posted the vid of today. Worked awesome. Yeah, it's such good stuff. It's not triple E, it's a compound for the buffing wheels. Oh, I thought you said it was a triple E. J&D exclusive. There's a new product coming. J&D will be trying and will be released once we dot all our I's and cross all our T's. Oh, I can't wait, man. There's our exclusive for the live. If you're new to these lives, every live, well, we try every live to get a J&D exclusive into the live. No matter where it's from. We've had a couple from Fix It Fingers channel. We've had a lot from Custom Creations. He normally comes through with the goods for the J&D exclusive. But today's one, there is a new product coming from J&D. I wish it was from J&D Creations. From Custom Creations to add to their line of finishing products. And I get to try it, which I'm super excited about. So, well, you should all be excited. Every woodworker watching right now, there's 10 of you on, you should all be excited if Custom Creations is bringing something else out. We got 2 exclusives here. Another exclusive. Custom Creations also have a high-speed polish for buffing wheels coming soon too. More details to come at a later date. Right. So, we'll wait. More details to come at a later date. That's awesome. So, we've got more products coming from Custom Creations. I didn't think we could get much more, but steel wood, there's Tripoli and Triple E. Yeah, but no one's a fan of Triple E anymore. No, well, I'm not a fan of Triple E anymore. I've got like 3/4 of a tub of it that's sitting in my drawer that I don't think I'm ever going to use. Wooden things. I do my exclusives on my own dance show. You can't have them. Well, Mike, did I beat you to this exclusive, did I? I'm sure, Mike, I'm sure you got viewers that don't tune into my show. So I'm sure you're going to have... what the hell was that? There's some noises outside. I'm sure you're going to be able to release that exclusive if you so desire. But if you do release it on your show, you've got to say that it's a J&D exclusive. I've never used Triple E. Oh, right. I thought you said, yeah, it was a Triple E buffing wheel in your video. Maybe I misheard you. Now I've got a tub of Triple E in there that I just don't think I'll be using. I'll tell you what I have been doing recently though. I've been putting a lot of time and energy into TikTok, which sounds a bit silly really when I say it out loud. But it's actually quite a rewarding platform. So like I know Dreadnought Woodshop's on there. He's had some really good success on there. But Mike, I don't know if you really do you do your pages like across the other platforms? Or are you mainly just on YouTube? But yeah, I've been really focused on like specifically editing footage for TikTok, and I even went as far as shooting a video specifically for TikTok the other day, which I then shared on other platforms, but it was specifically for TikTok. And I'm actually signed up to start a small business challenge with them, which kicks off tomorrow. So I need to get my shit together and film some stuff for that. But yeah, like the growth that you can achieve with one video. I mean, I've only had one video on there go viral, but everything else is quite small. But it's just the growth. Like I had like 400 additional subscribers in the space of 24 hours from one video I put out. And it's just super, like, yeah, it's been really interactive over there. Like one video had like 400 comments or something. Like it's super, super interactive in comparison to YouTube. And it's a hell of a lot easier to edit the videos as well. So I've been putting more effort into that platform because I think it could pay off. Who's got TikTok? Who uses TikTok? Just sitting outside. So Kyla reckons I can throw my Triple E in the bin. I think that's what she's insinuating with that comment. I pronounce Tripoli and Triple E the same way. It's confusing. I meant my own news. You can have Scott's breaking news. Ah, right. Well, what's your breaking news? Come on, Mike. Let's hear it. The fast pace and the amount of people on TikTok can be crazy, so it's smart to be on there. Yeah, man, it's proper like Gen Z. I remember reading a thing about it basically saying like if you want to be successful on TikTok, you've got to post up to 10 times a day, which is insane. Just because like if you're not constantly in people's face, then you're gone. So I'm not posting that much. I'm certainly not posting 10 times a day. But yeah, it's quite interesting because there's a lot of people on TikTok that don't have any skills. They literally just film themselves doing stupid dances and shit. Which I think is a waste of time, but they become famous from it. Sorry, Mike, today's Saturday here. When you talk about it on your Saturday live, it's like you both had exclusives at the same time. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because your live is a Saturday live as well, isn't it, Mike? Whereas Sunday for us. My wife told me I need to do TikTok. I've admitted she's right, just haven't done it yet. Do it, man. Jump on it because they must boost your very first video, I reckon, as well. So, like, I just uploaded this shitty old video and didn't even know what I was doing. I don't even think I hashtagged it or anything, and it blew up like 2 million views. So it is hard to convey enough info on the short form, and the 9:16 format is so specific. Yeah, but I found what I shoot for TikTok translates fairly well over to Instagram and Facebook, but also to YouTube Shorts. So now that's what I'm aiming to do, is what I upload as TikTok specific content, I can put on YouTube, but I'll be putting it on as a YouTube short if it's a 60-second video. Because TikTok opened up a while ago to me to do 3 minutes, which I think is now anyone can do it. Which is a little bit disheartening, really, because I think that was one of the draw-ins of TikTok, was that they were such short, concise videos. But yeah, it is hard to get that information in, but you've got up to 3 minutes now. Chris, hey, this isn't where I parked my car. Hey Chris, how are you, man? Damn, Penel's here, this isn't great. So Chris and Mike, you know each other, hey? Hey, I thought you knew that was Rendell Scott. Hope you've been well during lockdown. I don't think I know how to tag people in posts properly. Yeah, I don't know how to tag people on YouTube either. I actually don't. I swear if I just type the @ like it doesn't tag them. So don't worry, Mark. I only stopped in to say hi to Chili. Oh, well, I'll take my hi back then, Chris. Well, the stream settings are running well. What? Are you doing a program? Is TikTok? If you can talk about it. Yeah, so I don't know if it's like a program or not, but there's like they sent me a notification to sign up for like a small business thing. So I had a look at it. It's like a 5-day challenge. So you just use specific hashtags. I'm hoping that they're boosting those hashtags, so I might get a bit more into it. But it just goes into like small business. So one day I think you got to shoot like behind the scenes. Another day you got to talk about your business. There was some other, there's a different hashtag for like 4 or 5 days. So figured I'll sign on. There's some prizes. So like I think first prize. So I'm guessing, I don't know how it's judged, to be honest. I haven't looked that far into it. But I'm guessing it's judged on views or interaction or whatever. But like you get one-on-one, an hour one-on-one consultation with like a TikTok advertising specialist and all that sort of stuff. So there's a few cool prizes on there. I'm not holding my breath. I don't think I'm going to win a prize, but I'm definitely going to give it a crack. Yeah, because you did, so you did 2 last year, Daryl. You lucky bugger. I swear, man, live in America, you get all of the opportunities. Been working from home, though they wouldn't let me drive the forklift home, only take a laptop. Now, how do I tag someone? I have no idea, man. I have no idea. You can't just go @. Oh, yeah, that worked. Oh, did it? I don't know if it did or not. @ Did that tag custom creations? I don't think it did it? I have no idea. I guess my Jane D exclusive announcement is that I'll be joining TikTok soon. It'll do, Mike, it'll do. Custom creations, not like that. Yeah, so like I just typed in custom creations and it comes up with your little thing, but I click it and then it's like gone. That hasn't worked either. Sorry, I just keep randomly putting custom creations in the comments. Daniel, how are you, man? How you doing? I think I'm a little late. We've been at this for like 1 hour and 20. So a little bit late, but that's all good. That's all good. How do you highlight name? Yeah, so we'll hang out for a little bit longer, guys, and then I'll be heading off to continue life inside. No workshop work today, unfortunately. I'm getting tagged left, front, and center. What about right? Here, let me tag you on the right. There you go. Tagged on the right, custom creations. Good, mate, yourself. I saw that 78 odd minutes. Better late than never, Daniel. Better late than never. It's fine, Daniel. He said today's show is 3 hours. I'll get murdered if I spend 3 hours in here, mate. I got too much to do inside. Right, so at Dreadnought, Steelwood, did that highlight you? I can't see that highlighted from my end, Custom Creations. It just looks like you've just typed it out. Hey, that's a different color. I don't know how you did that, but that J&D Creations one's a different color. Look at us all just trying to learn how to bloody tag people. Someone's got to know, surely. Where's Fix-It Fingers when you need him? I swear he knows all of the secrets for YouTube. Oh, IT support is here. Hey, Dan. Mention another creator. To add a mention when you're creating or editing the video title description, type the @ symbol followed by the channel name. Choose the channel name from a recommended list. Yes, it did. My name is highlighted in orange. How did you do that? Oh, see. Oh, I can't see the name highlighted in orange for Steel Wood. I can see the J&D Creations one though. So maybe it just tells the person. Have you ever thought of making a project on one of these lives? Yeah, I did that, Daryl. I did do that. Sorry, I was just reading comments. I've done that a couple of times actually. So I did, I think my very first live with the GoPro, I did a turning project. And then I did a little engagement box thing, order that I had to make. But I just find it too back and forth. Like when I'm turning, I'm sort of going, like I come back and I don't really see the comments, but we've got regular viewers now. So perhaps, you know, would you guys prefer, like we sit down and have a chat and a beer, would you guys prefer that I build something during this time? Like I can do it. There's no problem doing it. But yeah, tell me what you guys, let me know in the chat. Would you guys prefer we actually make something or just sit here and talk shit? We have technical difficulties. Steel Wood, yes, that's highlighted for me. That's, yeah, I can see that in orange. Custom Creations, who's taller, Jax or Dan? I have no idea who's taller. Oh, Dreadnought. This is the chat space. I do a turning project on almost all of my live shows, Daryl. You should show up and make fun of me with everyone else. Yeah, Mike, you have a bit of a chat, don't you? And then you sort of get into a project. I guess I just do these chats to sort of hang out with people because my life is just work and J&D. So come in here for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, have a chat and that. But I can certainly make something. I did consider working on this, but I figured you'd all get the shits and leave if you just, you know, if we're just here sanding for a couple of hours. So only receiving, yeah, right. You don't even have to turn it well. Oh, Mike, I haven't been in many of your lives. I haven't seen a full one, but I've been on for like your chat section. So I'm guessing people just take the piss out of you when you're turning, eh? Timonius, I'm here for a chat. Good, Timonius. Me too, man. Me too. Jimmy, me and Jack. Surely Jack's, he's like... Daniel, 6'2". Yeah, so I'm about 6'4", 6'5". I will try to catch one of your next lives. Dreadnought, he should be going live like, you're live, well, tonight? Or, I don't know, what time are you there, Mike? It's tomorrow morning that you'll be live for us. I do both. It's mostly turning practice, but sometimes we just hang out and bullshit. Yeah, that's it, man. Just go with it. But no, if people want to see me make something, I certainly can. Dreadnought, right now COVID is kicking my ass, but I hope to get back to live soon. Yeah, man, you were on a good routine with those lives. Hey, Dreadnought's the one who talked me into doing lives. Because you had your weekly, was it Wednesday? Well, I think it was Wednesday for me. You had your weekly, well, maybe it was Wednesday for you, I don't know. Time difference, man. We, yeah, your weekly projects, which were quite good. Kyla, chat amongst ourselves. Cool. Yeah, well, I'm happy to continue these chats, eh? So I've got Thursday. Yeah, so I've still got like another 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks where I'll have Saturdays off. So I can potentially do a live for 2 weeks, I think it is. So I can potentially do another live the next 2 Saturdays. I don't even know what I said before that. But the next 2 Saturdays I should be able to do it. But just stay posted to my Instagram or Facebook page, because I will put something up there generally on the day, if not the day before. But providing all goes well, like family-wise, and we don't have to do anything in particular, we'll aim for the Saturdays, definitely. We just watch Mike explode stuff on the lathe. You look like... Yeah. Is that supposed to be recovering well? This week I'm at a market, so it's cancelled. Oh, that's right. I did see your post that you were cancelling it this week. But most Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on the west coast of North America. I'll watch Mike make the mortars too big and simultaneously too small. Right, how do you make something too big and too small at the same time? How do you do that? All right, Mike, just for you, I am going to duck off and have one more beer. So I'll go and get a beer. We can have a chat. Once I finish my next beer, though, I am going to have to call it a day, because there's plenty of work to do in the house, and unfortunately not in here. I'll be back in a second. What have we got? COVID pneumonia. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Bloody hell. Yeah, this Delta strain's wiping people out, eh? I've avoided the news a bit lately, but from what I'm hearing, there's people dying in New South Wales, and there's like 300 new cases a day, which in Australian terms is just ridiculous. I know there's a lot of places worldwide that had a hell of a lot more cases than that every day, but for Australia, 300 new cases a day is just ridiculous. So it's absolutely just slaughtering people. And yet there's still people out there refusing to wear masks, refusing to get vaccinated, refusing to believe it's a real thing. it's just, yeah, blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. It was too big for my number 2 jaws and too small for my number 3 jaws. Ah, right. Gotcha. I've had, well, it's not really, it's a sort of similar problem. I've got this. Oh. Right. It's just this really wicked drive spur for the lathe. I think it's cool anyway. Right. This is from, I believe it's from it's a Vic Mark brand. But I cannot find a set of Nova jaws that will fit the tenon on the back. So you've got the slight dovetail to it, but I've bought like 4 different sets of Nova jaws and I cannot find a set that fits. So yeah, I haven't used that one yet, but I really want to. I'm looking forward to using it when I can actually find a set of jaws that will hold on to it. I didn't buy it. That was the lucky thing. I was given it, so I had to buy the Nova jaws. I could return most of them, but... Yeah, Dreadnought Woodshop. Yeah, he is amazing. I'll agree there, Custom Creations. Absolutely amazing. Not only content creator, but woodworker. How many turning tools do you have? I don't really know what the count is, but they're all down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and the sander is what I'm sitting at the moment. Still a few more that I want to get though. There's still a few more on the list. But they're down the list. They are down the list, I'm not going to lie. We had 20,000 plus today. Yeah, 20,000 new cases. Is that like America wide though? Like across the whole lot? I don't know how many states you guys have got. Geography is not my strong suit at all. Is it 50? I don't know. But 20,000, man, that's insane. It's absolutely insane. You guys are like fairly well opened up again though, aren't you, as well? I was at the supermarket, adults were wearing masks, but there were people wearing them over their mouth, but not their nose. Yeah, it's ridiculous, eh? Absolutely ridiculous. Ruth Niles makes a wicked version of that spiky drive spur. That drive spur looks like it would bite well. Yeah, I know. That's why I was excited to get it, but I still haven't been able to use it. Dreadnought, but how many of those tools do you use? That's a very good question. Well, I have used them all at one point or another, but mainly probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd say 6 of them I regularly use. 5 to 6 of them. Yeah, they're like my go-to ones. Yeah, about 5 or 6 of them. Mike's wooden. I have 7 turning tools just getting going. That's plenty, man, though. That is plenty. My first kit I bought had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so my first kit had 6 in it. And I had that for ages. And then I got gifted a kit which had 6 in it, but they were a different type of steel. Yeah. That's just Florida. Oh my God, right. 20,000 in just Florida. Holy shit. That is mental, man. That is absolutely mental. I would love to get to Florida one day, but it's definitely not happening if that's the case. Wow, they'd never let me back into Australia. 20,000 cases in a day. And we had, what did Sydney have today? New South Wales had like 294 today. And it's like super breaking news because that is huge for here. Wow. Daniel. Hey, Jax, my son Jackson is watching now too. Hey, g'day Jackson, how are ya? Daniel, do we know each other, Daniel? Your name sounds very familiar. That's cool that your son's name is spelt the same though. There's not many of us around that are spelt like that. Google says 127,000 reported US-wide today. That's just insane, isn't it? Absolutely nuts. That's so many people. My 1/4 inch bowl gourd gets probably 80% of my work. Yeah. Without fail, man. I mean, I don't know what size it is. It's probably like maybe 1/2 inch. I don't know. I've only just recently learned to use inches. But this one, yeah, this probably gets about 70 to 80% of the work that I do as well. I don't know how many I've got, but I know I've got 3 tools just for thread chasing and 2 more to set up where I end the threads. So 5 tools, and that's not counting any of my regular tools. Bloody hell. Yeah, but Custom Creations, you're another one who's got like pretty much a dream shop like Daryl as well. So you got all the good tools. I think they must be going for herd immunity. Yeah. He's been on a few of your live streams, Jax. Yeah, I was wondering if I actually knew him in person. Meldrum sounds really familiar. But maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. I have a number of tools because I represent a few brands, but I regularly use a handful. Yeah, it's there's some of the tools that you get though, like, well, I don't even know if I've actually got it. Do I have? There's some tools you buy, like I bought this tiny little thing. Again, Dreadnought made me buy this. Well, he didn't tell me to, but I brought it specifically because he inspired me to have, you know, a better crack at doing finials and stuff. So this tiny little gouge. So, you know, I rarely use that, but it's good for a specific job.